Things are getting a lot more bizarre. Things are getting a lot more disturbing as of now. In fact, over the past few days, all of us from EON Network got the chance to report on the fact that the killer clowns were looking to invade New York City. Well, we understand now that New York City, well, is indeed perhaps maybe now the home of the killer clowns. The killer clowns are over there, and we actually got the chance to listen to the first victim earlier today. We retrieved a recording, and this victim got the chance to call the police, and she told them the story that she was getting chased by a killer clown. Talk about scary, talk about unsettling. We're going to go ahead and play the footage right now, ladies and gentlemen. But before we proceed here, the footage that you're about to listen to can make you feel uncomfortable.
Hi, I just got home from work and got out of my car, and I have heard so much about this, I didn't even know this was actually true, but I just got chased by a clown up into my door of my apartment.
Okay, where do you live? Where was the last place you saw it?
We live, it's kind of backed up into like a privacy fence, so I live up a balcony, and right before I got to the steps, it ran around the side of the building, and I just ran as fast as I could up into the balcony and shut my door.
Like behind the apartments?
Yeah, it was behind my building.
Which apartment do you live in?
Apartment 5, and we don't have a number on our door, but it's the glass, like, French doors at the top.
Did he say anything to you, make any threats, or just chased you?
No, it just ran at me.
And what's your name? And I know this is a silly question, but can you give me a description?
It was like a full clown suit. All I saw really was white and red, and it wasn't like it was like a plastic mask, or like a all over, like, full mask around his head.
Okay.
It wasn't like a wig or anything like that. It was all one piece.
All right, we'll send somebody out in the area, okay? Do you want to see an officer, or you just want us to see if we can find them?
Yeah, maybe just check the area.
Okay, we will.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, the clip is hard to listen to. It's hard to listen to. I mean, you can listen to this innocent woman who is coming home from work to her house to enjoy the rest of her night, and unfortunately, she's getting scared by these senseless cowards, the killer clowns. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, we do understand that the killer clowns are indeed continuing their way. In fact, they said it many times on a number of different occasions that they will do what they can to make sure that they're going to take over on October 31st of 2024. And again, over the past few days, we've been reporting on many different stories, including how the killer clowns do have weapons at hand. But going back to this, though, I mean, just think about this. I mean, now we're getting phone calls of victims over there in New York City who are calling the police because they're getting chased by killer clowns. Now, that is just one police recording that we got the chance to retrieve. Now, imagine all the recordings, all the police calls that people have been calling in that has been happening here in the last 24 hours. I mean, think about that for just a second. New York City is huge, and the fact that the state of New York, of course, is huge as well. The fact is, people all over New York now are continuing to now complain, and they're continuing to call the police and report on some weird killer clown sightings that have been happening around parks and even at night times near their houses and so forth. Killer clowns are doing it. They're actually doing it. They're over there in New York, and they're gonna try to at least scare a lot of innocent people before they actually even try to purge the world. I don't know, this just makes me sick. It makes me sick thinking about that. And we're just talking about New York City. Now imagine what these killer clowns have in store, though, for all the other states in the country, the United States, and then furthermore for Canada and also Mexico, and then all the other side, I should say, all the other countries around the world. I mean, across the pond over there in the United Kingdom, and we're talking about Australia and Spain and Italy, and what about China and many different countries, of course. Even the killer clowns were looking to attack Russia. That's what these killer clowns are capable of. These guys, these delusional killer clowns believe that they have what it takes to group up and to deliver this mass purge, and they are not going to stop until it happens. And I can guarantee you that these guys definitely are not going to stop. They're deranged, they're delusional, they're uncanny. I can guarantee you that a lot of people are going to definitely believe that these killer clowns might be bluffing, and it could be bluffed this year, but I'm starting to believe that these killer clowns are looking to do this every single year until it happens. I mean, I'm starting to believe that. I mean, I know they haven't succeeded really in the last nearly decade, but I mean, enough is enough. You would imagine that these killer clowns would stop, and yet they're returning and returning each and every single year, which tells me that these guys are not going to stop anytime soon. But again, going back to the 911 recording that we heard, I mean, it made me feel uncomfortable, and I'm sure it's the same for you guys. You guys were listening to the call, probably just wondering what the heck was happening, and also just thinking, oh my God, I mean, I can't believe this is happening. But that's what the killer clowns want us to do. They want us to stay here in fear. They want us to be terrorized, and they want us to be completely off guard. They want us completely blinded in the fact that they're going to be here coming over the next few weeks and purging the world. So I'll tell you, folks, I mean, there's only one way that we can actually beat this. There is. And that one way is just working together. I mean, I know it's the most cliched thing to say, but it's the honest to God truth. I mean, we're talking about, again, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about innocent people's lives being at stake. And I mean, this is now, we've entered in the 1st of October. It's here. This is the month of October now. So we have arrived on October 1st, 2024, now just a bit less than a month away from the killer clowns getting the chance to actually deliver this purge at the end of the month, of course, on Halloween. And again, everybody, it's just getting to the point where it's not only getting disturbing, but also just threatening and really, really alarming that these guys are not stopping anytime soon. Listen, it's going to be best for all of us here to stay vigilant, to understand that this is not the end, and there are ways to defeat the killer clowns, including what I've been saying for quite some time, making sure that you share this video, that you get the chance to actually tell everybody that these killer clowns have the world on their radar, that these killer clowns are sending threats all over the world. In fact, this is kind of scary because they're sending all these threats and not many people are paying attention to it. Not many people are paying attention to it. And eventually something's going to happen, and the signs were here over the past few months, and yet no one will ever really look into this and do what they can to try to combat this before it's too late. So again, I'm just asking for all of you guys to do your part to make sure that you get the chance to tell your friends and you get the chance to tell your family members so they are indeed safe as well. And just please, I mean, whenever you're walking out and it's nighttime, please try to bring someone with you at the very least. Or if you can't have someone with you, try to bring, something, whether if it's pepper spray, or perhaps maybe if it's going to be some sort of weapon such as a baseball bat needing for you to use so you can go against these guys. I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be up to you, right? It's your safety, and I really want all of you guys to be safe. So just be smart about this. Don't be hunting for the killer clowns. I heard a lot of people over the past few days have been stating that they're going to be hunting the killer clowns. Don't do that. All I know is that there are a lot of people out there who do indeed have a lot of plans, which is good, but make sure, and again, I'm emphasizing, make sure to do these plans wisely, in a wisely manner. Do not go out there and do something that is incredibly dumb, for lack of a better term, because again, you might actually end up attacking someone innocent, or even worse, you may not plan it all correctly, and then you might just be a victim of the killer clowns. So again, everybody, we got the chance to listen to the 911 call. I mean, you can hear she was distressed, she was despondent, and she just probably, it sounded as if she just couldn't believe it. It just sounded that way. And you heard her voice, and you really felt for her, and she was just coming home, looking to relax, be with her family, and that's what happened. So people all over the world, not just New York, but people all over the world, please be advised, these guys are out there, and they want to hunt everyone down. Do what you can to make sure that you can indeed stay safe out there. Keep your family and friends safe. Watch these videos and share it all over so you can indeed alert other people out there, so then we can be prepared for what could be happening on the 31st of October. Hopefully it's bluff. Hopefully nothing happens, but it could. So with that being said, let's stay alert, let's stay safe, and we gotta go against the killer clowns. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll catch you next time. in the next Killer Clown report.